And we live.
Yo, what up? This is Mike Brown,
And this is Alpha.
and this is The Art of Letting Go.
Letting go. Letting go. What's the word, Doc?
On today's episode, I really wanted to dedicate this episode to all the people that create, including us.
Mhm.
I really wanted to let go of what our creations, our art has to be, and just allowing it to be whatever it is. You know, that is something that I struggle with during my creative process of creating things, and then trying to figure out where it has to go or where it has to fit or what has to come from it. Like, there has to be an end goal from this creation when it really doesn't have to be. And that's personally just for me, because a lot of the things I create, they are inspired by emotions or feelings. It's me trying to express something that I can't fully express
Got you.
in words. So I use this medium of music or whatever it may be, painting, photography, or whatever, to create and capture whatever feeling it is that I'm trying to capture. But I get caught up in feeling like I have to put a price on my feelings, because I have been validated as being good, and because I've been validated of being quote unquote good, I have to be a certain place.
Right.
I've been making music for about 10 years now, so to some, I'm supposed to be somewhere, you know. And for me, I really just do it because I love it.
Right.
But because I've gotten that so much, I do feel like I subscribe to somebody else's dream of I have to be at a certain place or a certain position, when that's someone else's journey. You know, my journey, I've grown to accept by letting go of what others thinks that it should be. I'm just me. I'm Mike Brown.
Yeah.
I make music, I teach, but I'm me above all of that. And all of that inspires what I create. And I had to get to a place where I could accept, like, this is me, and this is authentic, you know. And if it's authentic to me, it doesn't matter what anyone else feels or anything. Like, money and accolades don't validate my feelings. And if music is what I feel, those things shouldn't validate my music.
I like that. What helped you get more or less to that place? Because you said it's been 10 years, so I'm just like, what now has changed the way that you kind of look at?
In the past few years, I haven't felt free creating music. I felt very enslaved to the idea of, you know, what comes with being a quote unquote rapper or a musician or an artist or whatever comes with any of those things. And it's just not real.
Okay.
You know, it's not real to my feelings. You know, I performed last week, and there was a guy that came talk to me and told me how much I inspired him, and that he wanted me to mentor him, just to give him game about life. Like,
Wow.
there's no dollar amount that could equate to that.
Right.
But I enjoy that feeling just as much as I enjoy the idea of getting money and getting all the other shit. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
it's almost like I had to reprogram myself in order to enjoy making music again.
Right.
Because
it started off that way, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Started out just fun. And, you know, it got serious when things started picking up a little bit. But it was also scary to me. And I always ran from it. I've always ran from, and that's been in life in general. You know, I've never been normal. I've always stood out, but I've always wanted to fit in. Even in music, I've wanted to fit in. And I don't want to fit in no more, man.
That's real.
At all. Like, I just want to be me.
That's real. I can respect that. I can respect that. I hear that. I'm in a similar place, but I'm not quite there where you are yet. But I'm on my way there. We've had conversations about doing some stuff together, and I asked you for something just out of my comfort zone. And I think that the more I get out of my comfort zone, the more I'll be myself.
Absolutely.
So I'm working toward that. Just being myself. I actually said it on a record that I recorded recently. Just be yourself. Before I started recording, just be yourself. And it feels a lot better.
Absolutely.
Listening back to it without because before I think I was listening to a lot of what I was creating with someone else's ear, instead of just my own ear.
That makes full sense to me.
You know,
I fully understand that.
And I think that I'm starting to get to a place where I don't necessarily need to do or want to do that anymore. Like, I want to create just to create and not feel like so bogged down by what it's supposed to be or supposed to sound like.
I'm gonna tell you what really fucked me up. School. When I went to the Art Institute, you know, you learn these fucking techniques and all this other bullshit of how shit is supposed to sound and how it's supposed to be done, and this person did it this way and all that other shit that ain't real.
Right.
The only thing that's real is how the shit feels. Like when you listen to a Beyonce song or whatever the fuck you listen to, you're not listening to it for how the mix sounds.
Right.
You know what I mean? Beyonce could put out the Migos have done it, put out unmixed songs.
Yeah.
And everybody, the motherfuckers be on the radio.
Yeah.
And everybody loved that shit.
Yeah.
And it's because of the feeling that was put into it and the feeling that you get out of it.
Yeah.
And I'm accepting that with myself. It was very hard to understand that. That I'm creating a feeling. I'm putting a feeling into this and getting something out of it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's almost like, you know, you creatively transferring energy. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I really want to do. You know, if anything else come with that, cool. And if nothing else comes from it, I'm okay with that too. But, you know, I feel like I got some good energy that I want to share.
Yeah, that's dope. As you were talking, I was thinking about, like, you know, people I use the term, I don't want to say people, I use the term like working on music a lot. Like work. And I don't want it to feel like work.
That
you know,
makes sense.
normally when we do, you know, we do the podcast now when I get home. I come home from work and normally I just leave on what I have on. And, you know, we just flow through whatever we're doing. But today I decided that, you know, I wanted to get more comfortable and put some basketball shorts on and a sweater and just chill. And that's really what I want my creative space to feel like. Like, I don't want to feel like I'm working on something. I just want to do it.
Absolutely.
And see what comes out of it. Or not even see what comes out of it, just do it. And then just let it be what it is. Like, there's nothing else I can do with that. And I'm getting there. I'm not quite there yet, 100%. I'm glad to see that you're there. It'll be inspiring to see where it takes you and what you do with that feeling that you have right now.
Yeah, and I wanted to also add, you know, surrounding yourself with people that do what you do and surrounding yourself with people that are better than you.
That's real.
Is very important.
That's real.
You know, for a long time, I've always felt like I've been around people that, because it made me feel comfortable, that I was quote unquote better than.
Yeah.
And you don't learn anything that way. You don't get better
Right.
by being the best in the room. So I really enjoy, going into situations not knowing as much and really just taking everything in and just learning.
Yeah.
And sharing where I can.
Yeah.
But definitely being around people that are doing things that you're aspiring to do is very inspiring.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And I think because I've been doing that a lot more lately, and I think that the other side of that too is it lets you know that you really fit in.
Absolutely.
Like I think that for a while I was maybe a little afraid to go into those spaces because I felt like they were better than me.
Yeah.
And going in there and allowing myself to sit and learn and be humble, quote unquote, in the moment and speak where I feel like it's necessary for me to speak, but soak up as much game as I can. The acceptance that you get when you go into these spaces is really dope.
Yeah.
When you get around these different people who you might look at or I might look at as more successful than me or doing more things that I'm currently doing, but it's really dope to see how them pull you in and accept you because you're putting yourself out there. And I think that's the most important thing, is to just put yourself out there. Like whatever it is that you want to do, this is about being creative and doing art and music and painting and different stuff like that. But it really applies to anything in life. Like,
absolutely,
if you want to do anything, just put yourself out there and do it. Like, and you'll be surprised. In my experience, I'll say I've been surprised at the reception that I've gotten by just doing it and not worrying too much about it.
Man, action in the right direction will take you a long way.
Straight up.
That's something that life has taught me. I can definitely say, I haven't pushed myself to my full potential, mainly because of fear. But the times that I have pushed myself, I've seen more than I thought I ever would.
Real.
So, just putting yourself out there and chipping away at whatever's blocking you. I know that's what I'm working at, just slowly chipping away at it till I could just knock it over.
Yeah.
Just get through it.
And from my point of view, you've definitely been doing that.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you definitely been doing that. You know what I'm saying? As far as doing more shows and just allowing yourself to be yourself. Like I think that's the most important thing that you've done. Like, is you
just
really
taking in life experiences too. Like, somebody was telling me, like, man, you don't have to always be working on something. And that's very true, because a lot of times you working on yourself is working on the art.
Right. That's real.
You are the art.
That's super real.
So, as you growing and healing, your stuff is going to grow and you're going to get better and all that,
And you can hear the healing in it too, man. That's why I'm interested to see what comes out of you next. I know I've said that a multitude of times on this show, on this podcast, but I'm interested to see what happens next. And that's for me too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm interested to see what comes out. Like, I'm at a place now where I don't want to sit down and methodically just write. I want to just create it and create the words on the spot, and however I feel is what comes out, and that's what it is. And if there's a concept, then, definitely apply whatever it is to that concept. But that's the place that I'm at. And I'm uncomfortable in that place, but I'm comfortable being uncomfortable in that place.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very comfortable being uncomfortable. It's a really relieving, for lack of a better word. There's another word that I'm thinking of, but I don't know what it is. But it's a really relieving feeling. Like, it feels good to be uncomfortable right now.
Absolutely. I feel like I'm always putting myself in uncomfortable situations, because once I get comfortable, I'm looking for the next situation to throw myself into.
Right.
I don't really do well with comfort either. Or just I can take comfort actually, but it's what's the word? Stagnance.
Yeah, that's
stagnance.
Yeah,
of comfort that I don't like.
I hate that part of it, and so I definitely need to make I need to make small changes in my everyday approach to make myself be even more uncomfortable in different situations. And it's just time. It's time to do it. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
It's time to do it. It's time to walk in it and believe in it and work for it, but really more to have fun for it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's really all. That's what life should be about. You know, it should be about having fun.
Yeah.
And not reckless fun, but just productive fun.
Absolutely.
You should be doing the things that you want to do because you are free.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, a lot of us, and I've done it in my life, you know, you become a prisoner to a job, to so many things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you gotta break those locks.
Absolutely.
And for yourself, like, it's a lot of, I mean, you just gotta find freedoms in all the ways that you can, man. You know, I was thinking today on my way out here, like, I really just want to that's the only thing I really want consistently in my life is to feel free.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. I think I would say that. I think I feel that 100% with myself. Things are I get caught up in all the different things that I have to do that I feel responsible for. You know what I'm saying? Like a wife and building a family and, you know, owning a home and you know what I'm saying? Like I get caught up in all of that stuff in my mind and they're just like barriers for me to really be free. And
I think sometimes you gotta find a moment where you can just be Wayne, where you don't have to be Wayne the therapist, Wayne the husband, Wayne the brother, Wayne the son, Wayne the friend, and just be Wayne.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. And I'm finding them spots. And I appreciate you recognizing that. And even we talked about that off air.
Yeah.
About me doing that. And I definitely want to get back to it. So I'm starting this week. I'm taking a day for myself and just being myself and allowing the day to take me wherever the day takes me. Like if I make music, cool. If I draw something, paint something, cool. If I just end up at the beach, cool. If I end up just going for a long drive and whatever happens. That's kind of what I want that day to be for me.
Absolutely.
And you know, listen to whatever I want to listen to and, you know, just get in tune with myself. I think it's really important. I haven't done it in a while. I thought I was doing it. I thought I really did. I thought I was doing it, but I wasn't. I was really just, you know, tired.
Yeah.
And sleeping.
I feel that.
And I was like, I'm just catching up on sleep. You know, it's all I'm doing. I'm giving myself time. And I was like, nah, this isn't like restful sleep. This is like you're drained and you're exhausted and you're getting sleep, but you're still drained and you're still exhausted because you're not doing what you need to do for yourself.
Right.
So I'm definitely gonna be working at that, and I encourage everybody else to continue to do it or to start doing it if you're not doing it yet, because it's definitely an important thing.
And just to help people get it started, at the end of the month, we are going to have a beach day.
Okay.
Letting Go Beach Day.
Sounds good.
You know, to do whatever you would like to do at the beach.
That's cool. I like that. Let's do it.
Get more details on that.
Yeah, man. That's I'm glad I let that go. I'm definitely glad I let that go. I don't really have anything else to put on it.
I'm good too, man. Let the people know where they can find you.
You can find me on social media, Instagram, Twitter as Alfpha Presents, ALFPHA. Presents on Twitter, ALFPHA _presents on Instagram, Wayne Michael on Facebook. Look for Joshua's Lyric, my single that I released about a week ago. Feels good to get that out. I don't know when this is going to be out, so a couple weeks ago or a month ago, whenever. First single I've put out in a long time. And it felt good to do. That was kind of my first step
That's what's up.
of just letting go. So you can check it out if you visit my my Instagram or my Facebook. You can definitely find the link there. And where can we find you at?
You can find me on all social media at Just Mike Brown. You can find me also at primomiguel.com. You can find this podcast at the Art of Letting Go podcast on SoundCloud and Apple Music. You can also find that on YouTube. We're slowly but surely putting more episodes up where you can see us.
Yes.
As well as get you listen on and learn a couple of things. That's all I have for today.
All right, man. Well,
so this has been Mike Brown.
And this is Alpha.
And this is the Art of Letting Go.
Letting go. Letting go.
Peace.
Peace.